Good day everyone. My topics is all about the scale-up consideration in cost analysis. In cost analysis, scaling up refers to evaluating the impact of increasing the size or scope of a project, operation, or a business on cost. This process is critical for understanding how cost changes when production, services, or operation expand. As you scale up, certain costs may increase, decrease, or remain constant, and these effects need to be accounted for. That means scaling up in a production for business, it helps to understand how costs might changes when you expand the operation and services that make affect the cost into a constant increases or decreases. In a simple way, so pag sa production ng business, it possible na mag-remain ng constant, mag-decrease or mag-increase ang isang production pagdating sa pag-process or pag-manage ng isang operation for the expansion. In scale-up consideration, we have a variable versus fixed cost. Fixed costs that remain constant regardless of the scale, such as rent, salaries, and certain equipment. When scaling, fixed costs are distributed over a larger output, potentially lowering the per unit fixed cost. So fixed cost is reflect for the constant scaling up because the expenses will stay the same no matter how much activity a business doing. So we have example the fixed cost, the rental payment, insurance, and interest. So you need to pay in the same amount and it will not be changes even your sales or production volume will increase or decrease. And we have a variable cost that change with the level of output such as raw materials, direct labor, and utilities. As you scale up, this cost will increase proportionally, but you may benefit from bulk purchasing or process optimization. In a simple way, some costs go up when you make more products like materials or worker wages, and also possible to increase and decrease based on the level of activity such as raw materials or sales commissions. And we have example, the wages of employment. It's possible to increase costs for the payment but lead to reduced cost and high volume of production process for achieve the business goal. And the next is economies of scale. The operational efficiency. As the business or project grows, you may achieve economics of scale where per unit cost decrease due to higher production volume. In a simple way, if you buy materials in larger quantities, suppliers might give you a discount, and that means as you grow, you can sometimes lower your cost per unit. So scaling up might reduce the cost per item because of better efficiency or discount. The next is capacity utilization. Scaling up may involve increasing capacity or upgrading infrastructure. Example, more machines, bigger facilities. The cost implication depends on how efficiently current resources are being utilized. Underutilized resources might be more costly per unit of output when scaling, while full utilization of existing capacity can reduce costs. The example is machine. Pag hindi mo siya ginamit ng fully, it could get more expensive as you grow because you are using an operational cost like electricity, maintenance, and etc. But pag ginamit mo siya ng maayos or fully, your scaling up can help the lower cost. Means increasing your resources like adding more machines or expanding your space. How much this costs depends on how well you're using your current resources. If you're not using them fully, it could get more expensive as you grow, but if you're already using everything efficiently, scaling up can help lower costs. During a scale up, labor costs typically increase as the business hires more employees and possibly offers higher wages, benefits, and overtime to meet increased demand. The wages means is the sahod ng mga employment. Because as your business grow, you might need to hire more people or add extra shift for more workers to handle the higher production volume. But they may also see higher costs for training, overtime, or benefits, further increasing labor expenses. For example, the bakery shop. As you scale up production, need nila mag-hire more workers to handle the higher production volume to meet increased demand. But it can increase the labor expenses like training, overtime, benefits. Sa training, para sa labor cost is meron tayong direct labor. Ang tawag doon ay production workers. Means sila yung team for this project or focusing on this area. And the second is indirect labor. The supervisor means managing these facilities or a person who is in charge of the group of people who make sure that the work is done correctly and according to the rules. Kapag lumago ang isang business, need mo bumili ng bagong equipment, buildings, or technology. But it's expensive. Pero worth it naman siya gamitin and can help you make more money or save money in the future. So dito papasok ang depreciation, which means the value of these items will go down over time. This affect your financial statement. Kasi nawawala din ang value ng isang bagay like masisira or maluluma. So need mo bumili ulit. So the loans or leases are the consideration of the financing option because you don't have enough money to buy a new equipment and etc. But you have a regular payment that add to your overall expenses. So we have challenges associated with raising scale-up capital. Number one is lack of available capital. Means that you don't have enough money in the market to go around, so your business will struggle. Number two is difficulty in finding investor. Mahirap maghanap ng mga investor kasi some of investor are not interested to our ventures or business. Number 3 is limited resources. So pag small ang isang business, walang enough extra resources or not unlimited supply that make you lack investor also. The next is time pressure. Example, yung competitors mo ay nag-launch ng bagong product. So means that you need also launching the new product in time. The next is risk aversion. Some of investor kasi di agad-agad nagtitiwala pag ang business ay hindi maganda or hindi kilala. It seems that they avoid to invest for the project. The last is competition for capital. Means you need to compete other competitors for fund or financing to invest for your project business. And the next is supply chain and logistic costs. These are also problems that can happen like delaying the item to the customer. Extra taxes called tariffs means that you need to add cost or payment for import-export services. Also, the transportation issue like damage the item, the cost of which can increase cost even more. If you want to keep your cost down as your business grows, it's important to need plan carefully and make sure that the supply chain can handle all the extra work smoothly. This finding ways to manage these challenges before they get bigger means that you need to plan early for manage the supply chain to avoid conflict process like need more storage for the products or supplies and also area like warehouse and the important is the transportation services for the possible negative outcome. In a risk, as a business grows, it faces more uncertainties. It means unexpected market problem like changes in the market, delays in the getting supplies, or new rules that change of market volume. So contingency fund are the financial backup to protect your business, problem, and services. This ensures that you are fully prepared for any surprises, even if maraming problem ang dumating when it comes on business. Pero kung may contingency fund ka, you can continue the operation service. The challenge is to grow enough to take advantage of the scale without creating too much complexity. Means that habang lumalaki ang isang kumpanya, maaari itong makinabang mula sa mas mababang gasto in per unit. But kung masyado itong lumaki, nagiging mas mahirap itong i-manage kasi it causing an effective process, mas tumaas ang mga gastos. And the last is market demand and pricing. Increasing the production can help meet rising demand, but it's important to make sure the market can handle the additional supply without lowering the price. But excess product can lead to excess inventory and force you to lower the price, which can hurt or affect your profits. That means ang labis na product ay nagdudulot ng overstocking and napipilitan kang ibaba ang mga presyo nito. The last is technology integration and automation. Adapting new technology can be expensive upfront, but it can save you money in the long run. Automation can lower labor costs, speed up production, and lower overall operating costs, making your business more efficient as it grows.